If you're watching this, it's because you're in a relationship and you are finding it difficult to love the other person as much as you want to. Maybe you're being influenced by their behavior and you're finding it very difficult to connect with them and to have that spark that you originally had. Or maybe you're just beginning out the relationship and you're still finding it very difficult. So what I wanted to speak to you about today was loving unconditionally. And to understand this, I wanted to introduce you to 4 levels of love. Now the first level is the lowest. It's what babies do. It's demanding love. They say, I'm just going to demand it. It doesn't matter what you do, I demand love. And there are some people in this world that are in relationships where one person just demands love. The second level is where most people are. And this is trading love. What do I mean by this? What I mean is there will be people that you know in relationships, or even yourself, where you'll say, okay, hon, because we watched the football, can you come to this musical with me? Because we saw your work friends here, can I go to the bar there? And you're constantly trading these different things. And it starts off something small, but it gets to a stage where you're just trading. And if you imagine you each have love cups, if you're constantly half full, you give a little bit of love and they give a little bit of love, then you're never going to be full. You're always going to be at least half-half. And the problem is if someone else's cup goes down and they give less love, you're going to give less love as well, and it just starts to decrease until there's no love left, which is why a lot of relationships then finish. So you need to be able to step up. What do I mean by this? I mean, you need to move to level 3. And level 3 is loving unconditionally. So how can you love someone unconditionally? Well, it's understanding that they can do what they want, but you will still give them and love them 100%. Now, for many people in marriages, they forget this. And for yourselves, you need to be at a place where you are loving the person, but detaching yourself from their emotions. So what do I mean by this? What I mean is, there will be people that get angry. They may get depressed, they may get sad. And that's okay for them to experience that. You don't have to experience that as well. But what you can do is empathize and be there and love them unconditionally, even if they're in that state. Because if they're in a grumpy mood and they're annoyed and angry, and then you become annoyed and angry, you're being immature because you're taking over their state. And if you're both angry and annoyed, nothing's going to happen. You need to put yourself in a bubble where you can empathize and understand where they are, but not take yourself directly to that place. You can be there to comfort them, but love them unconditionally. Now, most people are scared of this because they're scared they're going to be taken advantage of. But if you're in the right relationship, then this is what you must do. If this is the person that you're going to be with for the rest of your life, you have to unconditionally love them. But someone has to step up. Someone needs to start giving more. And that would be the most mature one in the relationship. And if you're watching this video, you need to ask yourself, is that you? And the final level of love is loving even when someone hurts you. Someone who's like the Dalai Lama. So even if they hurt me, I will still love them. I love everyone the same. You don't have to get to level 4. That's a very high level. But transitioning from level 2 to level 3 will create a huge abundance of love in your life because you're giving unconditionally. And what happens is if you start giving more and more, then their love tank will go up and they'll start giving more back to you. But you don't need to expect it, because expectation is why most people get annoyed and sad and grumpy and angry in life. Be grateful. And this will help boost your relationship to an entirely new level.